Welcome to Mango Bay.
Welcome to Mango Bay.
No.
The news begins now. What do we got?
We got to talk about Riyadh Comedy Fest.
Big festival. I put in my avails.
I know. They did reach out and they're like, hey, we want you to come build the scaffolding at the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
But only if I don't get paid at all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, exactly. The pay is nothing. And
we'll give you
there
20
will be sex involved. So like, oh.
And you're not going to be giving it.
I'm like, babe, it's good exposure. I got to go.
Exposure indeed. To what? To venereal diseases.
For those that don't know, what is this?
Riyadh Comedy Festival. If you don't know, this has been all the rage among comedy fans and comedians who are getting upset about American comedians going to perform in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, essentially for the Saudi aristocracy, right?
Yeah,
like it's not the common folk who are coming out. I don't even know where those guys are, but
it's not like Saudi peasants like raise $300K for Louis C.K. to
yeah,
come.
for Tim Dillon.
We love you, man. No, this is like they don't
Talk about Epstein, Tim. Tim, talk about Epstein. Like now.
do homegrown bits for real people. No, this is like nobility. This is MBS heads. This is the people, right? This is the people at the top. And so they're getting really angry. And again, Saudi Arabia's not necessarily
It's
on the right side.
It's North Korea with money. You know what I mean? It's North Korea with money. Okay.
So basically, it wouldn't be anything if like nobody did it, but like Bill Burr did it, Kevin Hart, right? Gabriel Iglesias, he's back in.
Dude, a lot of people. Schultz did it.
Schultz did
Norman
it.
did it.
Norman did it. Morrill did it. Everyone did it,
Yeah.
right? And it's like then there was like a couple of different angles on this, right? One was like, well, it's not like America's a good country.
Yeah.
But it's not like you're, in a dunce cap at the White House going for Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is like the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's own
I mean,
festival.
the government
So
is sponsoring it, right?
Right.
But the government, the Ministry of Culture runs all things culture there.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I'm like a little bit on the fence about it because obviously I don't think Saudi Arabia is a great place or whatever.
Right.
I just actually think that this is a bit of an op, and it is actually an Islamophobic thing, right? Because they want to keep the Saudis on the back heels,
Right?
Because it's like, listen, Saudi Arabia does not exist without the United States,
Right?
Okay, this guy's got to take.
What's up, buddy?
Saudi Arabia does not exist without the aegis of the United States, right? We have military bases there, blah, blah, blah. They're like, they did 9/11. It's like, well, we probably did 9/11 too.
I mean, one power reach. Can we say that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think you're right. It's obviously massively propaganda,
Yeah.
My take was like, okay, because Saudi, the government was like, just don't say anything bad about the government. I was like, you know what? If we're gonna get these rich people to jump in, let's make them jump in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want to get $1 million, throw one bomb at the Yemeni. just one, Billy Bird, one.
Well, people are like, look at the content restrictions. I'm like, that's nothing for them. They don't care about talking about Saudi Arabia. Here's the content restrictions. Don't talk about your dick.
Yeah.
How about that? Then it'll be like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this, guys.
Hey, shit on vaginas all you want. That was in the writer too.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, it was like, must be misogynistic.
must have 5 jokes per minute about women cooking, So it's like the restrictions and like, have you ever done a college in the South, bro? They say, don't even say your own name, Usama.
Yeah.
It could be dangerous. So it's not like in America we have all these gigs that have no restrictions. So it's like if people are, I don't think people understand the comedy industry either. It's like, yeah, you're doing a regime, but it's like, bro, we do gigs for like random corporations.
Dude, 100%. And the other thing is like what you have to understand about comedians is we want to do stand-up everywhere that we can.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And it's kind of a crazy thing to go to Saudi Arabia and do stand-up there.
It's wild.
It's like kind of enticing.
Right.
Right? It is and look, here's the other thing, right? I know it sounds like I'm caping for Saudi Arabia, and I'm really not. I'm just trying to give the other perspective on this, is that Saudi Arabia is right now rapidly undergoing a sort of liberalization, right? Mohammed bin Salman has been the women driving thing. Like he's trying to ease things up a little bit.
Dude, he hasn't bone.
And if one journalist got to get bone sawed,
bro, he hasn't bone sawed in like 5 years.
I mean, it's a while, dude.
When you can't grow.
Yeah.
You can't grow. You can't be bone saw free. He's got a chip.
This is crazy, dude.
Well, he's got a spur, but he's got a bone spur. Been 5 years of bone sawing.
Guys, it's Bone Sawers Anonymous. It's been 5 yeed since I last bone sawed somebody. Congratulations, brother.
Wow.
Here's your chip. Wow. You get your chip, bro.
I celebrated by letting my wife drive a car today. Oh my God. You're gay. That's insane. I did comedy in Saudi Arabia.
You did?
I did. I did a documentary for Vice. And I'll say this. It was very fun. People are very fun there. I did it in Jeddah, which is more chill. It wasn't Mecca. I wasn't doing comedy in Mecca on the Kaaba. You know, how are you doing tonight? But I will say
everyone's walking around you.
I walk in the crowd. I guess I'm walking the crowd. Dude, it was like, I remember one joke. It was like fun. And a joke didn't work. And I was like, but Christians suck, am I right? Bro, when I say the biggest laugh of my life happened, they're like, this guy gets it. Yes. It was a very fun show. It was co-ed.
Yeah.
Dude, Saudi Arabia is way more chill now on the streets than people think. Now, again, the government is intense. It's not a joke. But, you know, I went to coffee shops in Jeddah. People were hanging out. You know, there was a beach life. They were hanging out. Everyone was wearing hijabs, sure.
It's like look, it's, you know? Dude.
I mean, you know what they did? The issue.
It's an attempt to open itself up culturally.
They did get rid of the police, which is kind of interesting. Because, you know, all that little, you know, like the Saudi police with the civic
purity
police.
cops, you mean?
Purity cops.
Okay.
Everyone hated them. And so their MBS was like, okay, we'll throw those guys out. Once those guys got thrown out, they're saying things are way more chill.
Usama, we got a question.
What's up?
From Varun.
Varun, my guy. Who I met on
He's
the tour.
asking if that Vice documentary is going to come out ever.
Dude, let me make some calls to MBS because, bro, it is deep within somebody. They bone sawed the tape, I think.
Take it to the basement.
Take it to the basement. I thought it was a very funny thing. I tried to get my boy on the ones and twos as well with that casting, but they wanted like a white guy to turn.
I remember.
You know, they got my white boy Dylan, and they had a whole documentary about us doing Hajj. Like, look, cool Muslims are bad Muslims.
Right at the end of it, didn't you see that they showed Dylan like?
So the final scene of this documentary is Dylan, the white boy, praying. In a silhouette, you know what I'm talking about, with like a minaret in the corner.
That's what we call a happy ending in Saudi Arabia.
And Dylan, oh my God, I love the guy. But even when we came back, he was like, dude, it's crazy, man. I love Islamic culture. I'm like, bro, give it 2 weeks. Bang one person, you'll be back. But his parents were all freaked out. I mean, you know, rightly so. You don't want someone to go on a trip and come back with a religion of any sort.
Look, I think the backlash is basically sort of Islamophobic because they want to keep the Arabs on the back foot because of other things happening in the world. I
mean, same with soccer. Remember when they bought up all the players? They're ruining soccer. They're just doing the same thing.
I know.
You're not allowed to be white if you're brown. That's for sure.
That's partially it.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, exactly. I'm not saying it's the whole thing. And again, it's like you also do have something to stand on if you're saying it's not right. I think both sides actually. This is a very, you know, pussified take, but I really do think both sides have. You know, honestly, if you do it, I don't hate Bill Burr.
No, I don't know. But I see people on like Reddit who are just like, all these comedians should be canceled immediately and completely driven into the dustbin of history. I'm like,
you know what's so crazy is like all these fans who got on Bill Burr train because he was angry, right? He had a lot of angry comedy. It was also very good. Yeah. It was comedy that was good that was also angry, right? So people love the angry part of it, right? Whoa, Joey, we good? It was a cat. Okay, it's all good.
It wasn't.
Man,
How dare you?
It's another op, isn't it? The Riyadh Comedy Cat strikes again. Are we good? We still recording?
Yeah, we're good. You gotta go, cat. Sorry.
Bill Burr, he grew as a person, right? So now all his politics don't make sense for anybody. He's like a guy who says retard, who also believes in birth control, who will do the Riyadh Comedy Fest, who also believes in Palestine.
These fucking retards don't want trans rights.
Come on. Free Palestine.
What are you, an F word?
Jesus Christ. So I think these white boys are getting a little fucked up. Like, what does Bill even believe anymore? He's not your guy. Just enjoy the comedy. Stop using him as like a, a little like a stand-in for your beliefs. These are comics. All we want to do is jokes. We don't care about your politics.
Yeah.
Does Kevin Hart need to do Saudi comedy? I don't know.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Your Reebok branding isn't enough.
Yeah.
That I'm like, bro.
Some of the other ones, I'm like, okay, this is the Back Taxes tour or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like gotta like.
This is the buy the apartment in Tribeca with cash tour.
Yeah,
Right.
This is the, I got a mistress and she's pregnant tour. But some comedians did drop out. Our boy Namesh dropped out.
He dropped out.
Which makes sense for him, I think, right? His fans got really upset with him. Right. And those are his fans. Zarna didn't drop out because they know what Zarna's about. Zarna's like, here to get paid, bitch,
Cash rules everything around me. Dollar bills, y'all. And that's what maybe she even did, like some finance IG stories, like during this. Like, listen, just so y'all know, this is not a joke. It's crazy. It's like, the first time a mob boss kills somebody, they're like, can you believe Tony did that? It's like, you don't know Tony? Tony been on this, And it's like, bro, these mob bosses, these money people, they've been about this. They've been about getting the cash. It's like, bro, Saudi money talks, just like any other talk,
Yeah. Look, in 3 years, comedians are going to be anxiously posting on FB or got our Riyadh callbacks tonight at the stand at 6 p.m.
Yeah. Xinjiang Comedy Festival. We're going to detain some Uyghurs. Let's do it. I mean, listen, it's what it is. Because now, the once the kind of, money is in set, I think for a country, they want to be like, all right, we're cool. We want in on all this fun shit. And America's always been the coolest entertainment, no matter what.
Look, Mohammed Bon Salman is... he is a millennial.
Mohammed bin Salman.
Bon Salman. He is a millennial, right? And so he sees millennial shit. He wants to do millennial shit, right? It's like how Kim Jong-un... Right, as a little kid, he grew up worshiping Dennis Rodman, and then as dictator, he got to meet Dennis Rodman.
Hilarious.
You know?
Very true.
They just don't have the money to open up in Pyongyang, North Korea, right? All they do is steal rations from the peasants and live off of that.
You know what I would loved, and this would have been a great Saudi FU, if instead of Bill Burr, they got Hannah Gadsby and Cameron Esposito. All the leses, right? Who were no, activist leses, and it's like, here's $1 million.
Yeah.
Do that.
It would have been fun.
It would have been so fun. It's like, how many would have said no? You would have seen, Jesus, Jen Kirkman doing 30 at the Riad Comedy Festival. It's like, yes, everyone has a prize.
Our friend Rishik, is that how you say his name? Rishik?
Yeah.
He has a name for this clip.
What's up?
He said, New Mango Bay, Saudi Arabia, bad, but who isn't?
Right.
Thank you, Richard.
I thought it was funny because you said Saudi Arabia, SAW.
That's good.
Come on.
That's good. And
that's good.
Just a reminder, if anybody here is watching this clip and wants to chat during a taping, just go to Mango Bay, patreon.com/Mango Bay, right?
Absolutely.
And sign up, become a member.
That's where we're at. Get on the Patreon.
Any other comments on the Riyadh Comedy Fest?
Apparently, Chappelle commented on stage there where he's like, I feel like I can say whatever I want here and I can't there, which is probably trans stuff or whatever. They say I can't talk about Charlie Kirk.
Then they stoned him for being in a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
What is that? Why did you wear that?
Get it off him.
Get it off him. Put him in a tube. You see those Dubai comedy clips on Schultz's page. It's cutaways that 90,000 dudes.
Yeah.
Where, dude, it's just women just there's a stream, maybe Twitch stream.
I mean, look, that's more or less what it's going to be anywhere, though.
Yet accept
the ladies aren't coming out for Andy.
I mean, again, it's the same thing as when these British colonizers came to these countries. What's the meaning of this?
Yeah.
No. And so it's the same kind of cultural, xenophobia, really. Jesus Christ, you good? Xenophobia that's kind of there. And it's nobody really understands Saudi culture. And the people that are commenting on the videos are thanks for coming. Loved it. Yeah. Just some IT guy.
From the, from for the longest time, the biggest form of pop entertainment there, it was a version of American Idol. But instead of singing, it would be reciting poetry.
Oh, yeah, the Quranic poetry, right?
Maybe it was Quranic. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I mean, dude, when I did comedy there, they're I don't even know what this is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you're doing.
Is he another prophet?
What-
Why is he talking like that?
Oh my God.
Is this the Mahdi? What's he
saying-
doing? Why are we listening to him?
Dude, it was like that. And then like it was just like, and then Dylan's before me too. They're like, oh, he's so shiny.
Yeah.
He must be the new
This
god.
Captain America.
Dude, people kept calling him big boy. Like there was like women who were married could not handle that level of tall and that level of white. It was like truly like their god has come back, shining.
big boy.
The Messiah has come. Literally, big boy, big boy.
He personally
Right?
had 15 women executed just based on their reactions to him.
Wanted to, right? Yeah. He asked a question to a woman. They're like, why did you shoot her? What do you need? Then they hand me a mop. Go.
Yeah.
Go, Dad. It was so insane. Well, they also hated me too because I was wearing earrings. So they're like, you are a bad eating boy. I was praying in the mosque. I told you. And then some guy comes up to me and is like, you know, if you wear earrings, your prayer is not counted. He walks away. And then I prayed on his nuts. Anyway, Riyadh Comedy Fest. We're available.
We are.
For booking.
Would you do it?
You know what? It's the amount of flack is crazy. I love peace in my life. I think it's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
So now we got to see the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about you? I mean, your fans are you're on the Hindu side.
No, I'm on the dude. They don't give a fuck. India and Saudi Arabia have good relations.
Right?
They give decent relations. So no, it's not even about that. For me, I don't know. I mean, like, here's the other thing. I understand why some of these comics did it because it's like, wow, this is a historic moment actually,
Right.
where you're having stand-up comedy about things like sex and blah 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 in Saudi Arabia. You know,
I mean, dude, I'd probably take the money and to make myself feel less guilty, like put 90% of it to a Palestinian relief fund or something like that. Be like, I did it. Look.
you would just break even. That's your plan.
Boom.
So to get
What? Keep more, a little more.
none of the benefit, get canceled by your fans,
couple of rents.
and then no money.
And then I'd be like, I donated most to Palestinians, so I kind of jujitsu'd it. I jujitsu'd the money to Palestine.
You have to satisfy the mob, you're gonna have to donate to Israelis. Okay.
Jesus Christ. It's like they don't know where to hate. They don't know what's going on because they didn't think that Saudis had this kind of money. A lot of people are learning that right now. Like, wait, what? You know, Laugh Factory gives 25 per spot. You got Saudis like you're, you know, it seems like a no-brainer. A Thursday show? Thursday show, bro.
Look, a check spot at the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
Bro.
Well, you get your set up for like a year and a half in New York.
Come on, buddy. That's a guestie right there. Jesus Christ. On a weekday show, no less. Guarantee versus not even a percentage. You just get the money up front in a suitcase. A little bloody, you know? You got to wash off the blood a little bit. Hey, like every suitcase got to be clean all the time.
I think it's interesting. I really want to see the sets.
Yeah,
Like,
needs to be
I want to see if they're going to be recorded.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Netflix is going to buy it as like a limited series.
Jesus Christ.
We're back on good terms with Saudi Arabia.
Low key, I probably wouldn't do it. Low key,
No.
you know, that kind of heat on you is probably more dangerous than it's worth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just on the fact of the act of doing. Same with Nimesh. Took it, got the heat. He's like, you know what? Maybe not worth it.
Yeah.
I'd probably do it Nimesh.
I like Tim Dillon's arc with it the best. He was like,
Where
no,
he
I'm
got
going to
canceled.
do it unabashedly, but then they're going to fire him for just saying stuff about the regime.
Well, I think he did. It was the cum pig thing they found or something.
No, it was about him talking about
Okay.
like the fact that they have slaves and stuff.
Got you.
Yeah.
Tim Dillon, one of the most low-key secret agent liberals of all time, by the way.
He's great.
The best.
He's great.
Anyway, good luck with your, you're going to see a lot more. Watch the IG stories of the guys that did the Comedy Fest.
They're all dark, dude.
Did you know what Shane did? He
What?
said they offered him,
Yeah.
and he told them, "Please stop asking me because there is a number." And I'm afraid you're gonna get to it, so just stop.
That's so funny.
It's like, dude, you're protesting a bunch of comedians for. Why don't you protest the American government though for like subsidizing that country?
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Boom.
Like that's our boy.
It's all one connected, fucking
Yeah.
synthesized thing, you know? I mean, that's the truth is that their money comes from our money. You know what I'm saying? It's all.
And look, I think the objections are really valid. I just don't like some of the people who are objecting, especially among comedians. I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Sure. You know what I mean? You're like, again, one of these people who.
That's one of the worst things ever in comedy is that we've been told to become politicians and politicos.
Yeah,
now.
but when did comedians start becoming such like a mob and having such a mob mentality? You know,
the one time I supported it was when Dina Hashem's stuff got released.
Yeah.
That's what I was like. That's a comic's life. I'm like, I'm mob it.
Of course.
You know? But this is like, bro, I thought this was the idea of like, think for yourself and think about ideas and not just go on one end and be like, that. Because now they found Mark Maron. And now they're like, you are not a god. And now everyone's trying to like suck Mark Maron's dick. This guy was unlikable for 30 years. And all of a sudden he's like the man. Jesus Christ.
Maron's great. Maron is great.
I love Maron. But, it's
but
like,
you know,
bro,
look, his special didn't mention Gaza once.
Talk about it.
It was just like a normal libtardy clapback, you know,
Talk
just
about
like they're going to speak Russian in France or whatever. It's like, and look, I do love Mark Maron. I really do. He's honestly like a guy who inspired me, not just on the level of facial hair, but I was like, look, if you're going to talk about Trump winning and you're not going to talk about the fact that he won Michigan and that the Democrats shit the bed by not taking even just like a remotely stronger stance on Gaza, like, come on. Dude, like, what do you the credibility just isn't there.
How petty Arabs are. Because y'all never hang out with one. Arabs are the Latinos of the East. They'll take away your a whole nation of Arabs in Michigan were like, no. The audience guy. That was petty. That was a petty move. They're like, Palestinians will die.
Yeah.
But we will get that revenge. Arabs are very petty. Do not underestimate the pettiness of Arabs. They're brutal.